Hello students. Okay, so today we are now going to start the MCQ questions of week 5. Again we have here 10 questions. So let's try to understand one by one. So the first question says the statement that transfers control to the beginning of the loop is called. So the answer is continue, because you all know the break will let you outside the loop, whereas go to is used to transfer to a specific location. So this break statement cannot be the answer, go to will not be the answer. So the correct answer is continue statement. Okay. Now let's look at the second question. The second question is, in C, three-way transfer of control is possible using the ternary operator, whereas unary is for one, whereas logical operators are for the two, whereas ternary operators are used for the transfer of control in three-way. Okay. Now let's look at the third question. So third question is to find out the output. So let's look at the question. The question says that it is taking a variable I is equal to 0, and then we have a do while loop here. In the do while loop, if you look carefully, we have a statement, a printf statement written there, and that is printing while versus do while. Okay, so you all are aware of the do while loop. What do while loop does, it will first of all execute the body once, so one time sure this will be printed. After that we are checking a condition here, and the condition is I equal to 0. So you all know the value of I has been assigned here 0, so this condition becomes true. Once the condition is true, it will again execute the body. Okay, and while executing it for the second time, it will print the same thing again. Okay, and again if you look carefully, our condition is becoming true, and this condition will remain true forever. Why I am saying this? Because there is nowhere any line written here which is changing the value of I. So as nowhere the value of I is getting changed, so the value of I will remain 0 forever, and therefore this condition will remain true forever. Therefore option D is going to be the correct answer. So while versus do while will be printed infinite times. So this will be the correct answer. Now let's look at the next question. In this, if you look carefully, here we have two variables. The first variable is assigned the value as 0 and the name of the variable is A. The next variable taken here is I, and that is utilized in the for loop. In the for loop, it is saying I is equal to 0. So the value of I is assigned as 0. Next we are checking the condition. The condition is I less than 5. The value of I is what? 0. 0 less than 5. The condition is true. So we'll come inside and we'll increment the value of A by 1. So the value of A is 0. It is incremented by 1. So now it is updated to 1. Okay. Now once it is 1, what will happen? We will have a continue statement. And you all know that what the continue statement does? Whatever is written after the continue statement inside the for loop, that will not be executed, and we will go to the for loop once more, at the beginning of the for loop once more. But as nothing is written after the continue statement, so there is no role of continue here. Okay, so we'll not be executing, or will not be thinking more about continue, and we'll go to the updation part. In the updation part is written here I plus equal to 0.5. Okay, which means I is equal to I plus 0.5. Okay, so I is equal to I plus 0.5. Clear everyone? Now when I am executing this, what will happen? The value of I is what? If you look carefully, the value of I is 0. Okay, and 0 plus 0.5, what will be the answer? So you might be thinking the answer is going to be 0.5, because if you add 0 plus 0.5, I am going to get what? I am going to get 0.5. But please look carefully guys, the I is what? I is integer, and if it is integer, what does it mean? If it is integer means the floating point will be discarded. So 0.5 is equivalent to writing 0. So 0 plus 0, the answer is going to be 0, and therefore the condition which we are going to check again will be 0 less than 5. Okay. Now 0 less than 5, again the condition is going to be true. The value of again a is going to be incremented to 2, and again when we are coming here and we are trying to update the value of I, if you look carefully, again we are stuck in the same situation, means I plus 0.5. Again this 0.5 will be considered as 0. So if you look carefully, we are again executing 0 plus 0, which is in turn 0. Means every time this updation section is not incrementing the value of I. Means it every time after execution the value of I will remain same, that is 0. And therefore this condition section, which is I less than 5, means it will always be 0 less than 5. Therefore we are stuck in a situation of infinite loop here. Okay, means we will never reach to this printf statement. Therefore option C is going to be the correct answer. Clear? We will not get any compilation error. Why? Because there is no compilation error, there is no syntax problem here. The only problem is that as we have taken I as integer type, therefore adding 0.5 is equivalent to adding 0. Therefore every time we are getting the value of I as 0 only. Okay, so as the value of I is always 0, so this condition will never be wrong, and therefore we are stuck in this infinite loop, and therefore we are going to get no output. Therefore option C is going to be the correct answer, and option A and B won't be correct, because as we are not printing A, so we won't be getting any value. So this both are going to be wrong only. Let's look at the next question. The next question is again an output question. And in this question, it is saying that first of all, it is taking a variable a and it is initializing it with the value 1. And then we have two conditions here. The first condition says if a minus minus. So you all know that when we have this a minus minus, means in the post section, what happens? First of all, we will use the value and then we will decrement the value. Means if I rewrite this statement, it will be if, and will first of all use the value. The value of a is what? It will be 1, and then we'll decrement the value of a by 1, so it will become 0. Okay, so if you are good in if condition, you all know that if you are having a non-zero value here, what does it mean? It is going to give you true. Yes or no? I think you all are aware of this. So as we have non-zero value, we'll get true. True means the condition is going to be true here. Therefore this printf statement will be executed and we'll get the answer as true. Okay, now let's go to the next if condition. The next if condition says if plus plus a. If plus plus a. Plus plus a means first of all increment has to be done in a. So value of a is what? Currently it is having 0. You are incrementing it with 1. So it is going to become 1. Therefore here the again if condition will be having the value as 1 here. And again if you follow the same rule, that if you are having a non-zero value, it means the condition is true. Means again this printf statement also will be executed, and therefore option C is going to be the correct answer. Means we'll get both true and false. Okay, so few of you might be having confusion that I may get true or I may get only false. Okay, but the answer here is both true and false. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone. There won't be any compilation error, so option D is not correct. Okay, now let's see question number 6. Now in this question number 6, we have x is equal to 1, and then we have a do while loop. And in do while loop, it's a very important catch here if you look carefully. In the do while loop, our first statement is continue, and you all are aware of the definition of continue. Means in a loop, as soon as you see continue or as soon as you are executing continue, anything written after that won't be executed and you will repeat the loop once more. Yes or no? Means whatever we have written here, that won't be executed, as we are executing continue in the first line. So what will happen? Will first of all execute continue, will directly reach to the condition section. Here condition will be evaluated and condition says x less than 10. The value of x is 1, so 1 less than equal to 10 is going to be a true statement, a true condition. Therefore again the body will be executed. Again in the body we have continue statement as the first line, so after that nothing will be executed. Again we'll come to the condition section, and again as there is no change in the value of x, so again we are going to execute 1 less than equal to 10 in the condition section, which is again true. So if you look carefully what is happening here, the value of x is not changing, so thereby the condition will always be true forever. Means we are actually stuck in this do while loop forever. It's a infinite loop, and here we are not printing anything. We won't be executing the printf statements after the do while loop, because as we are stuck in the infinite loop, we are not at all coming to this two printf statements which is after the while loop, do while loop. Okay, therefore the option D is going to be the correct answer. Okay, because as we are stuck in the do while loop, and in the do while loop nothing is getting printed, because whatever is written after continue, that won't be executed. Therefore the option D is only the correct answer, and option A, B and C, that won't be the correct answer. Okay, because no printf statement we are touching. Okay, let's see the next question. The next question is question number 7. Now in this question, if you look carefully, we are going to find the output. So here now we have a variable k of which nature? Float type, and we have a for loop which we have to execute. So this for loop is saying k is equal to 0.5. It is initializing the value of k as 0.5. It will be 0.5 because it is of float type. Next we are checking the condition 0.5 less than 3. The condition is true because it is true. Then we'll come to the true section. Means in the true section we have one line written here. Okay, so the line says printf I love C. So I love C will be printed once. Okay, so I'm just writing here also I love C will be printed X, and we'll go to the next line. Next, after that we will come to this update section which says k plus plus. So value of k is what? If you look carefully, the value of k is 0.5. 0.5 k plus plus means what? K plus plus, you all know it is equivalent to writing k equal to k plus 1. The value of k is 0.5 plus 1 means the answer is going to be 1.5. Means the value of k will be now updated to 1.5. Now after that we'll check this condition. Now this will be 1.5. Okay, now as it is 1.5, so 1.5 less than 3, again it is true. Means I love C will be printed once more, and we'll go to the next line. Now again we'll go to the update section. The update section will again execute k equal to k plus 1. The value of k is 1.5 plus 1. If you do, it becomes 2.5. As it is float data type, so we are considering the decimal section also. So now the updated value of k is 2.5. Therefore we are going to check here 2.5 less than 3. I'm checking here guys, 2.5 less than 3. I hope it is clear to everyone. So 2.5 I'll write here to make it more clear so that you should not have any confusion. So 2.5 less than 3, again this condition is true. Means I'm going to execute this printf statement once more. So I love C will be again printed. Okay, and we'll go to the next line. Now when we are going to the next section, again we are going to execute k equal to k plus 1, and this time the value of k is 2.5 plus 1, which is equivalent to 3.5, and 3.5 less than 3 is false. Okay, 3.5 less than 3 is false. Therefore we are now terminated outside the for loop, and it's, you can say your for loop has ended up, and even your main function has also ended up. Therefore the option B is going to be the correct answer. That is I love C will be printed 3 times, as you can see here. Okay, Other printing 6 times, 5 times, that are wrong answer, and there is no error, so that also is the wrong answer. Option B is the correct answer. Okay, now let's look at the next question. Question number 8. This question is really the most interesting question of this week, and I will take some time to elaborate it. Please look carefully, otherwise you will make mistake. Okay, so now if you look at this question carefully, in this question we have a statement written here and we have to execute accordingly. So what I will do is, first of all, I'll write this statement at one place. So this is the expression which we have to execute. Now if you look at this expression, don't get confused first of all, and don't get afraid also. The first and foremost thing which you should do is, in the operator section, you have, this is the precedence table which I have opened here. You look at this precedence table and first of all look and separate all the operators which is present here. So I can see, I will just write it down here, which all operators I am seeing here. I'll go from left to right. So first of all, I am seeing their equal to operator present one time. Then we have less than operator. I can see it is present 2 times. Next we have after less than operator we have ternary operator, and that is present again 2 times. After that I can see that there is not equal to operator present 1 time, and I have equal to operator also present 1 time. So if you look carefully, these are the operators which are present, and this here on the right hand side I have written how many times it is present. Once you have written this, look for the precedence of these operators. So if you look at the precedence table, in this you can find out the precedence of less than operator is highest. So I'm just marking it as 1 here. So 1 is having a less than operator is having the precedence highest. After that, if you look carefully, the precedence of not equal to and equal to operator is same. You can check it out here, guys. Is same, and it is having the precedence second in our chart. Okay, second in the sense of the operators which is present with us. Next, our precedence goes to the ternary operator, and at last the precedence goes to the equal to operator. Means what I'm trying to say is that first of all I'll execute less than operator, then I'll execute not equal to and equal to operator, and then I'll come to the ternary operators, and later on I'll execute the equal to operator. Okay, so let's try to execute one by one. Now as you can see, less than operator is present 2 times, so I'll have to follow the associativity rule also. So if you look at the less than operator is present here, the associativity rule says left to right. So this is our left, this is our right, so I'll go in this direction. So I can find less than operator present here once, and another one is present here. So I'll execute only this part and write the value. So if I write here x is equal to 4 less than at the condition is true, means I'm making it as 1. Then I have this ternary operator question mark. Then 5 not equal to is written there. Then I have to execute 1 less than 5. 1 less than 5 is a true statement, so it is going to considered as 1 here. Equal to 0. Again ternary operator 1 colon 2 colon 3. I hope it is clear to everyone, and we have now successfully executed the operator, first operator, that is less than operator. Now it's time to execute the second operator, that is not equal to and equal to operator, which is in the second position in our question. So, and again we can see the 2 operators are present here, so we will again have to check the associativity rule. So if you look at the associativity rule, again it is left to right. Means if you look carefully, less than not equal to operator is coming first, and then equal to operator is coming. So I will first of all execute this. So 5 not equal to 1 is a true statement, so it will become 1 here. and 1 equal to 0 is false, so this will result as 0. I hope you are getting. I'll repeat once more. 5 not equal to 1 is a true statement, so I've got here 1. Rest part I am just copying here, that is equal to 0. Now I am executing 1 equal to 0. This is a false statement, that's why I am getting the answer as 0 here. Rest part I'll just copy it out here. So x is equal to 1 is present, then question mark is there, and rest till question mark, I mean from 5 till 0, that all is executed and has resulted us to 0. So I'll have one question mark here, then 1 colon 2 colon 3. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to explain. So now we have successfully executed the second precedence, that is not equal to operator and equal to operator. Now it's time to execute the ternary operator, which is having the third precedence as per the expression. Again, if you look carefully, our ternary operator is present 2 times. So as ternary again means we have to go to the associativity rule, because see why I am going to the associativity rule. The associativity rule says that if you have 2 operators of same precedence, then please follow the associativity rule. Our associativity rule says for the ternary operator, that is right to left. Now I have to go from right to left. Means if you look carefully, if I am coming from this direction, if you look carefully, this operator will come first. This ternary operator will come first. I mean till here to here. Means this is going to be an expression. This is going to be executed first. I hope you are getting my point. So here we have 0. So 0 directly it means false. So 0 directly, as it is meaning false, so it will not go to this one section, it will go to 2, and therefore we will get the result as 2 here. Now only one thing is left, that is 1 question mark 2 colon 3. Now we'll execute this and we are left with x equal to, and as equal to is the last operator, so we'll first of all execute this, and then we'll whatever value we'll get here, that will pass on to x. Now as it is 1 here, which is actually our expression section, our condition section, so as it is 1 means non-zero, non-zero means true, therefore this will be taken as the answer, and as this is going to be the false part, so that will be ignored. So for this section we are getting the answer as 2, and this 2 will be passed to x, and x will be keeping the answer as 2. Means the value of x is what? 2 here. So I hope you have understood that how I have executed all the 4 operators present here, and finally I am getting the answer of x as 2. Okay, now let's again go back to the question. So if you look at the question we had taken the answer B as the correct answer, so the answer 2 is correct. I hope you have understood it. It was really a nice question. I'll recommend to rerun the video part for the question number 8 and check out the answer, or revise how I have explained it and how important this precedence and associativity is. Now let's look at the next question, that is question number 9. The question number 9 says the following program is used to find the reverse of a number using C language, and inside that somewhere some section is written as XXXX, so you have to fill it, and you can recognize this section is present here. So if you look carefully in this main function, we have 3 variables. First of all, one is n, second is the reverse number, third is remainder, and I'm sure every one of you have executed this program once, yes or no, to find the reverse of a number. And for that, what logic we are applying, that is shown here. The logic is while, and this is actually asked for. So if you look carefully, for finding the reverse of a number, what we do, whatever number we have, let's suppose if I'm taking the number as 21, what we are doing is we are taking the last element first, and then we are multiplying it with 10, okay, and we'll add the remainder section. Okay, so if you look carefully, we are taking the last element, again we'll take the next element. In this way, what is going to happen, here we should write the option A as the condition. Means till the value of n is not equal to 0, we'll iterate the loop. Okay, so here as you can see, we have written here n divide equal to 10. So what will happen here? It will keep on dividing the number. So first time when it is dividing, we'll get n as 2. Next time when we are dividing, we'll get option as 0. Okay, I hope you're getting my point. So option A will be the correct answer. So that will be written in the conditional section. So those who are aware of to reverse the number, those who are aware of those who have done the question, they will be directly understanding that n not equal to 0 will be the correct answer, whereas all these three is going to be the wrong one. Now in the last question, if you look carefully, the last question says compute the printed value of I and j of the C program given below. So we have again output question. So in this section, if you look carefully, here the value of I is taken as 0 and value of j is taken as 15. And the interesting section is that in the while we have a comma operator. Okay, so please look at my video. I explained separately about the comma operator. Okay, go through this video and try to understand that first if you don't know about the comma operator. Now, as you all know about the comma operator, what it does, it will first of all execute the first section and it will discard it, and it will again execute the second section, and all the results, all the decisions will be taken based on the results generated by the second section. Okay, means the value of I is 0, so 0 less than 8, the condition is true, but it is discarded. J greater than 9, the value of j is what? 15 greater than 9, this is true. So the true generated by j greater than 9 will be only considered. We are not going to consider the true generated by or false generated by I less than 8. Okay, so that is the important catch you have to keep in mind here. Okay, so means what we will do is always I'll just color it so that it makes it easy for you to understand. So we'll only look at this condition and we'll try to check out whether it is true or false. So inside what we are doing, we are trying to increment the value of I by 1 and we are trying to decrement the value of j by 1. Okay, so we'll keep on doing till this condition is true. So let's try it now. So j greater than 9, the value of j is what? 15. So 15 greater than 9 is false, is true. So as 15 greater than 9 is true, so the value of I will be incremented by 1. So this will become 1 and this will be decremented to 14. 14 greater than 9, the condition is true. So this will become 13, this will become 2. Next, 13 greater than 9, condition is true. So this will become 12, this will become 3. 12 greater than 9, condition is true. So this will become 11, this will become 4. 11 greater than 9, condition is true. So this will become 10 and this will become 5. Then 10 greater than 9, the condition is true. So this will become 9, this will become 6. Now 9 greater than 9, now here the condition is false. Now as the condition is false here, therefore the updated value of I is 6 and the updated value of j is 9, that only will be printed here. Okay, therefore option C is the correct answer. Okay, so guys, kindly go through all the answers, check carefully all of them. My suggestion will be to run each and every one yourself on the computer compiler and check the answer yourself. I hope you have understood each and every concept. Thank you everyone.